Hi, and welcome to another video by Jim the Car Guy. Today we have it's an older Chevy. It's a Chevy Lumina. It's the car. It's the 3.1 liter engine. This one is a 98, but 98 all the way on up into like 2002, 2003. Anything with the 3.1 is the similar situation we have here. What I'm going to show you how to do is I'm going to show you how to replace the oxygen sensor for bank 1, sensor 1. And on this particular car, there's two sensors. One is downstream and one is an upstream. The upstream is the bank 1, sensor 1. So I'm going to take you over there and I'm going to show you where it's located and how to change it step by step. Fairly easy job. It's really not hard. You need a couple of special tools to get in there. If you don't have them, I'm going to show you a trick that you can get in there and you can do it with probably a regular socket. To take it out, but to put it back on, you're going to need a special tool. So, all right, let me take you up there. I'm going to show you exactly what to do step by step. Okay, the sensor on this particular car is actually located down in the back of the engine, down underneath here. And you can see this connector right here. This is the connector for the oxygen sensor, which is located down in the bottom right there. So if you just follow this blue wire down here, you'll see where it connects in right down there. That's the sensor. So let me grab the tool. I'm going to show you what to do, and we're going to replace it. First thing you do is you're going to pull this pin out right here. You're going to also make sure you put that pin back in later. You're going to lift up on this clip right here, and you're going to pull it. It does take two hands sometimes. I'm going to try to do it with one. All right, so that's the sensor is disconnected. Now we're going to grab that socket, and I'm going to show you how to take that out. Okay, these are the basic tools that you're going to need to take this out. The tool that I like the best is this particular one right here. It slides over the O2 sensor, and you can take it out. Unfortunately, in this case, we're not going to be able to use that in the back over there because it is such a tight spot. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to take this tool here. It's got a slot cut in the side right here to go over that wire itself. I am going to use a swivel because of the location. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go down underneath here and we're going to put this socket on over the top like this. Now, you got to get that wire into that slot. It's a fairly thick wire, but if you play with it, you should be able to get it in. I'll get it in and I'll show you. Okay. And there it goes. The wire is in the side. And you can see okay, and as you can see, the socket is on. The wire is out through the side of the socket. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to put a ratchet on this swivel. Like that. And then we're just going to break it loose. So let me do that and we'll come right back. Get it on like that. The wire fits right into that groove, and then we're going to break it loose. Let me just put this here for 1 second. Okay. All right. And then once you break it loose, you don't really need the socket on there any longer. You can just take the socket off. And then we're going to rotate that oxygen sensor out by hand. Okay. And this is the old sensor. And now we're going to grab the new sensor. We're just going to match it up to make sure it's the correct one. Now they will look a little bit different. So we're just going to match them up. We're going to match the plugs up to make sure the plugs are the same. As you can see, they are the same. Alright, next thing we're going to do, when you get the new sensor, it comes with a little bit of anti-seize here. We're just going to put a little bit on the threads right up in here. We're not going to get it onto the electrode. Just a little bit on there like that. Makes it turn into the manifold a little bit easier. Alright. And then we're going to take this by hand. You're not going to do anything with a ratchet yet. You're going to get in there by hand. Alright, screw it in as far as you can by hand for now. I'll show you that in a second. Okay, as far as you can by hand. And that's what it'll look like when it's screwed in. Now we're going to take our ratchet, and now we're just going to put the socket over the top, like that. And we're going to take our ratchet. Now we're not going to tighten it too tight and snap it. We're just going to snug it in there, and you'll feel the washer, the crush washer, squashing down. All right, let me just do this, and okay. And then once you have it tight, you can take your ratchet back out. Take our socket off, and then we're going to reach down inside here. We're going to pull the plug back up that we previously disconnected here, and we're going to reattach the plugs. Tough to do with one hand, but I'll do the best I can. Line it up. Squeeze it, you'll feel it lock together. Remember I told you about this piece here? Always use your lock so it doesn't accidentally come out. Locked in place. Now we're just going to reattach it down here where this plug plugs into. And alright, that's it. Alright, so the O2 sensor is in. It's tight. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to start it up. We're going to clear the codes out of it, and we'll make sure it's switching. So let me put this plug back in place here, and I'll come right back. Okay, now once we have everything done, we're going to start it up. We're going to check to make sure that everything is switching the way it's supposed to. Let me just start it up for a second here. This is the bank 1 sensor one. Now we're just going to watch it as it's switching pretty quickly already, but we're going to let it warm up a little bit just to confirm that everything is working okay. And as you can see, as soon as it starts warming up, it's switching just the way it's supposed to be switching. It's supposed to switch rich, lean, rich, lean, rich, lean, back and forth the way it is. And as you can see, once it warmed up, everything is switching just the way it's supposed to be. Alright, next thing we're going to do is we're going to clear the codes out of it, take it for a road test, and we're going to wrap this job up and get it out the door. It's looking pretty good now. That's actually a perfect the way it's switching right now. As you can see right here, you can see the switch from rich to lean, from the big swings from down in the 100s all the way up to the 7 and 800s. Alright, that's it. Alright, as always, thanks for watching. Any questions or comments, you drop me a line. I'll be more than happy to talk to you about anything. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.